Man, if I was a rich guy, what would I do? Well, if I was Prokhorov, I guess I'd buy the New York Nets and hopefully win a championship. Oh wait, that didn't happen. Anyway, welcome to the NBA preview show. Thank you for watching. We are now covering the no longer New Jersey Nets now for a few years, the Brooklyn Nets. This is an interesting team. They are coached by Lionel Hollins, former Memphis coach. Guy who got a lot out of Memphis and then was fired. Interesting. So we look at the roster here. Starting at the point guard, in my projections, Jarrett Jack. Bogdanovic will start at the 2. Joe Johnson will start at the 3. Thad Young will start at 4. Brook Lopez will start at the 5. That is a decent roster there. Jarrett Jack averaged 12 and 4. Well, 12 and about 5, really. Had to deal with splitting minutes with Deron Williams last year. Deron Williams wasn't playing that well. Watch for him to be a real fantasy steal this particular season. Jarrett Jack has really proven to be a consistent veteran in this league, and he is going to be more of a scorer in this team. So I would expect to see him in the 15 to 16 points per game range and about 6 to 7 assist range. Definitely give him a look. Bogdanovic is a guy who's going to be a three-point specialist for the Nets. They need some three-point shooting. Joe Johnson, the highest paid player right now in the NBA, other than Kobe Bryant, I believe, on a season-to-season basis. At some point, the Nets need to get rid of this contract. Or Joe Johnson really needs to step up his game and play at a higher level. Last year he averaged 14.4 points per game and 4.8 rebounds. Also shot the ball at one of his lower ticks than pretty much any other season he's played in terms of getting significant playing time. So watch out for that. Thaddeus Young will be great in the 4 spot. He'll provide a lot of energy, a lot of defense, and rebounding. Brook Lopez, after being injured all the time, got some more time on the floor last year, had some time coming off the bench behind Mason Plumlee, who's now in Portland. Averaged 17.2 points per game, had 7.4 rebounds, felt like 2.4 rebounds more often than not. I mean, for his size, he doesn't rebound well, and though he averaged 1.75 blocks a game last season and what he played in, he really hasn't been that big defensive stopper in the middle that you would expect him to be. Coming off the bench for these Brooklyn Nets, you have the likes of Hollis Jefferson, you have Thomas Robinson, the Mack truck of rebounding, Andrea Bargnani, the European journeyman who can't seem to become the star that everybody thought he was going to be as a number 1 pick. And you also have, Wayne Ellington. He had signs of promise when he was with the Lakers, so I expect him to play okay. Look for Thomas Robinson to get a lot of minutes off the bench. He's already in preseason been averaging a lot of rebounds, and very little minutes. He's been grabbing 9 to 10 rebounds at a time. It's been rather impressive. Plus, he played for Portland, so I have a little extra love for the guy. Interesting point about the Nets. Thad Young only had 28 games with this team last year. Brook Lopez actually played the most amount of games that he's played for the Nets in a long time. He actually played 72 games last year. They got rid of Deron Williams. They got rid of, Deron Williams. I mean, that alone was a pretty big move for them. Will they make the playoffs? Honestly, at a certain point, this is a playoffs or bust team. Prokhorov really has been on top of that rhetoric for a while now, you expect this team to be playing at a high level, and they haven't, even when they had some aging stars on the team. They gave LeBron and the Miami Heat a run for their money a couple years ago, but a lot of those guys are gone. Paul Pierce isn't there. Kevin Garnett isn't there. Now Darren Williams isn't there. I really don't know with this team anymore. Does Lopez stay healthy? That is also a good question. He's a guy who's constantly been injured the past few seasons. If he can stay healthy on the floor, he'll be a consistent player. But, at the same time, this is an NBA that's getting more and more into small ball, having 5 guys surround the perimeter. Brook Lopez might be hard to use to defend something like that, because he's not exactly quick on his feet either, outside of 10 feet from the basket. Will we see better form from Joe Johnson, like I mentioned earlier? We'll need to see that for this Nets team. But anyway, my prediction for the Brooklyn Nets, I am looking at 33 wins, 49 losses. I was expecting more from the Nets. The past couple of years, they barely make the playoffs here and there. Last year really just showed they kind of need to rebuild. So this will be the start of that. We'll see where it goes from there. Like I said, 33 wins, 49 losses. Anyway, this has been another NBA preview. Thank you for watching. You can like this video. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Analyst32, and you can follow me on Twitter at The Analyst32 as well, as you can probably see on the screen already. So, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next NBA preview video.